Hello students! If you're watching this video, then you're preparing for the Geometry SOL. This video is going to talk about the distance, midpoint, and slope formula. There will be 3 short videos that you can scan through to find each of these problems worked out for you. Let's start with the problem that asks us to find the distance, midpoint, and slope of LN on this triangle. One thing to notice about all 3 formulas is that each of them require 2 points. We're going to use L and N as the 2 points. L is the point, -4 on the x value, +3 as the y value. N is the point, -3 as the x value, 0 as the y value. I'm going to call L the first point and name it x1, y1, and N will be the second point, and that is x2, y2. Now to plug it into the distance formula. Start with a square root. The formula calls for x2 minus x1. That will be -3 minus -4 with a square on the outside of the parentheses, plus y2 minus y1. That will be 0 minus 3 with a square on the outside of the parentheses. From here, I can go over to my calculator and type all of this in one large line. Let me start with a new screen. I'm going to start with the square root symbol, open a set of parentheses, and type things in exactly as we filled it out. -3 minus -4, close the parenthesis and square, plus a second set of parentheses with 0 minus 3 inside, and a square on the outside. Final answer, 3.16228. I'm going to round that to 3.2. If you don't like using the calculator, you would have to follow the order of operations. Start inside the parentheses. -3 minus -4 is +1. 0 minus 3 is -3. Next, we square each term. 1 squared is 1. -3 squared is +9. And now we add the 2 terms together. 1 plus 9 is 10. Using my calculator again, I can find the square root of 10. And we have a match. You can decide which way you like to work it best. Next, let's try the midpoint. Again, the midpoint formula uses 2 points. X's are together, Y's are together. This is a comma between them, representing a coordinate point. X is first. x1 is -4, plus x2, which is -3, all over 2, comma, y1 is +3, plus y2, which is 0, all over 2. And now we simplify each fraction. -4 plus -3 is -7. 3 plus 0 is 3. And if you would prefer to see those as mixed numbers or decimals, just convert them. -7 divided by 2 is -3.5, and 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. Now we can confirm our midpoint on the graph. Starting at the origin, I'm going left 3.5 blocks and up 1.5 blocks. There's the midpoint, right on the line in the middle between L and N. The final thing I'm asked for here is the slope of the line. Again, the slope formula uses 2 points. We start with the y's on top. y2 is 0, y1 is 3. 0 minus 3 on the top. x2 is negative 3, x1 is negative 4, so negative 3 minus negative 4 on the bottom. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Negative 3 minus negative 4 is positive 1, and this can be simplified to negative 3. If you remember slope as rise over run, you can confirm your answer on the graph. Moving from L to N, I go down 3 blocks and to the right 1 block. That would be a slope of negative 3 over positive 1. This concludes the end of our first video about distance, midpoint, and slope. To see these next problems, watch the next video.